All right, so first up is some E3 predictions. Um, I have a list of E3 predictions. These are stuff that there's three predictions for for each press conference. So we'll just start. Ubisoft. I don't really care about Ubisoft that much. Far Cry, they showed that not too long ago. That looks good, but like they just showed it and they gave it a whole presentation. I don't know why they would throw that in at E3 if they were gonna do a presentation right there, but whatever. Here's the three things I have. These are wishes slash predictions. Not all of them are realistic. Beyond Good and Evil 2, we need some sort of update on that. Some sort of like status update. You know, like they announced that game way too early, and it wasn't. They shouldn't have. It was. They showed pre-alpha gameplay like 3 years ago, I think, and it didn't look that good, but that was just because it was pre-alpha gameplay. But I feel like we need to know something about the maybe like they don't even need to show it. They just be like, oh yeah, don't worry guys, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still happening. Okay, Roller Champions. I completely forgot about this game. It was announced back in Ubisoft's E3 2019 showcase, and I actually thought that was one of their better announcements. It looked cool. They had like a beta or something, but nothing else. It was literally just like I don't know anything else about that game. It's just Roller Champions is a thing that exists. And one thing I think is going to be there is Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. God, that looks so bad. I guess the visuals kind of like it looks crisp, but like have you seen the facial animations for that game? Not good. Not fucking good at all. Terrible. But it's probably going to be there. So, that's Ubisoft. Gearbox. Now, okay, I kind of cheated here. Just because I only put one thing. And that's a Borderlands announcement. Now, I didn't just put that just because that's basically all they have. Although it is mostly what they have. But there are recent leaks and rumors of some new Borderlands game coming. I don't know if that's if that's Borderlands 4. I don't know if they want to do a Borderlands 4, or if that's like some sort of spin-off game or something. I don't know, but some sort of new Borderlands game was leaked, so I think we're gonna see that if Gearbox are having a press conference. I think we're seeing. I think it's fair to say we're gonna see this new Borderlands game at Gearbox's press conference. But yeah, Microsoft / Bethesda. Here are the three things I have. Halo Infinite. That one I think is almost a certainty. Like that game was supposed to. Think about this. That game was supposed to come out as a launch title for the Xbox Series. Think about that. I want you to think about that. That game got delayed probably a full year later. Like, it's not supposed to come out till late this year. And that was originally supposed to come out as a launch title. We need some sort of update, I think. There's been so much drama. The director leaving, another director leaving, another director leaving. We need. I think it's time we get an update. Speaking of update, Starfield. I don't know if we're gonna see it. I think it's a lot more like far off than we think it is, but I mean, one interesting thing is that when Microsoft bought Bethesda, and there was a big list of IPs that Microsoft now owns, one of the IPs was listed was Starfield, which is interesting. But I don't think we'll see Starfield, but I think we should at least get like some sort of status update. Something like, oh, Starfield's coming out. It's coming along nice. So yeah, yeah, Starfield, and this next one's sort of just wishful thinking, but Microsoft, give us a new Banjo-Kazooie game. Come on. That's literally what I have as the third thing on my list of predictions. Like the hype, like come on, this is a perfect time to. I mean, it's been a perfect time to get a new Banjo game, but just do it. Just announce one. But that's probably not. I guess the other thing should maybe be Avowed. Was that the new Obsidian game announced in at the Microsoft Xbox Series X July event, and I thought it was one of the better announcements there. So maybe we can get an update on Avowed. So yeah, that's Microsoft / Bethesda. Square Enix. Final Fantasy 16. I think it's time we get that. I think we should get more information, more gameplay, more a release date. I've heard people say, I think it's going to come out this year. I feel like that's a game we would know if it was coming out this year or not. I feel like it would say like 2021. I think that's good. It's going to be a big game for next year. But yeah, I'm excited for Final Fantasy 16. Is that a PS5 exclusive or is that going to be cross-gen? Because if that's a PS5 exclusive, that plus Ratchet and Clank, like, come on, put out more PS5s, Sony. Or make it so that you can fucking I can make it so that you can notify me when you release more. Like I've searched for that option and it's not there. But the next thing is I didn't mean for two Final Fantasy things here, but Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. I know we just got Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. That's not Part 2, that's just an expansion. Basically an upgrade plus Yuffie chapter. Which is cool and all, but that's not Part 2. Part 2 could possibly have, Yuffie joining the crew. Maybe. I haven't played Intergrade, so I don't know where it lies or whatever. Hey, we can have, like, it would be cool if we can get, like, Red 13 as a playable character. He joined pretty late in 7 Remake. But, I was a bit nervous just because, remember how long this game took to come out? But then it was announced that they're already, hard at work on, Part 2. So, I think, I think it's, I think we could possibly see something. And then, the third prediction is kind of 2 games. I'm not quite sure. Babylon's Fall, that was announced a while ago at Square's. I think it was their 2018 press conference. Their press conference where they had nothing else. They just had Babylon's Fall, and even then that was a little eh. But then they had it at a State of Play, and it actually looked really cool. I have either that or Project Athia. I've seen more of that, and it looks really cool. So yeah, that's what I think Square is gonna have. WB Games, they're having a press conference, alright. At an undisclosed time. I know nothing about their press conference, but they're having one. So, I think my first one is Injustice 3. I think it's time. I think it's time. One thing, I brought this up to Gus, and he actually told me something I actually didn't realize up until he said it to me. NetherRealm, they don't like revealing stuff at E3. They like revealing stuff at the Game Awards. And I noticed that. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, I remember that year at E3, it was like, oh, they should reveal Mortal Kombat 11, and they didn't. But they did later on that year at the Game Awards. So yeah, but if it feels different now, not because Warner Brothers are having their own press conference. So I think it's time that we see Injustice 3. And the next one is a status update on Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights got delayed to 2022. I feel like I was the only one excited for that, to be honest. Like, everyone seemed to forget about that as it was really announced in the DC fandom. So, but I think it looks cool. I think it looks really good. You know, you get to swap. You get to just switch between, you know, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin. That's cool. That's fucking really cool. So, but it got delayed to next year. I want to. I think we should get a status update, and then there was, the third thing is a status update on the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I did not mean for all three of these to be DC games, but yeah, Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Not really a status update. All they did was just put out a CG trailer, and they said it wasn't going to come till 2022. They said it wasn't going to come to 2022. So, but maybe we can see a little bit. Next up is Capcom. My first prediction is new Mega Man game. I really want a new Mega Man game. I heard that Mega Man 11 did well, and Capcom are working on another Mega Man game. I heard that a very long time ago, though. It's time to reveal it. It's time. It could be Mega Man 12, it could be Mega Man X9, it could be Mega Man 0, Advent 3, it could be Mega Man Battle Network, be fucking Mega Man Legends 3, you can bring that shit back, it could be fucking Mega Man Base 2, give us Mega Man. Alright? And the next thing is something I think is going to happen. That's Resident Evil 4 Remake. I feel like this one's been forgotten. Remember, last year, they just announced, or it was leaked, or I don't even remember if it was announced or if it was leaked, but that it's basically all but confirmed that they're going to have a Resident Evil 4 remake next year. And looking at their pattern of releasing Resident Evil games yearly, it makes sense that they would announce Resident Evil 4 remake this year and then have it come out next year. And then my next thing is, I think we're gonna see it. I really do think we're gonna see it. Street Fighter 6. Just cause, think about it. It was supposed to be a launch title for the PS5. It was. Street Fighter 6 was supposed to be a launch title for the PS5, but it got delayed. That means it was supposed to come out 6 months ago. It was supposed to come out 6 months ago, pretty much. I think they should have something for it at E3. So yeah, that's Capcom. Take-Two Interactive, I kind of stretched for this one. I don't know what Take-Two Interactive could have for a press conference. But I did put a GTA 6 status update. I don't think that's going to happen, but I was trying to just cut me some slack. I'm trying to think of 3 things for Take-Two Interactive, right? They made the BioShock collection. So I'm just gonna say they're gonna make Bioshock 4. There's some rumors that that's gonna be the next big PS5 exclusive. Bioshock 4. So this could line up very well, actually. And then the next one is I've heard rumors of The Outer Worlds getting a sequel. At Take-Two Interactive, they did The Outer Worlds, so that's interesting. That could line up. Maybe we can get Outer Worlds 2 announced. Who knows? And then Nintendo is the one I'm the most excited for. Obviously, number one, new Smash character. Alright. Number two, Breath of the Wild 2. I think it is very likely we're going to see that. I don't think it's coming out this year. I feel like we would know by now if it was going to come out this year. If it was coming out this year, I feel like we would have seen it at that Nintendo Direct. But we're going to see it at E3, and it's going to come out next year. And then, third one that I genuinely think is going to happen is WarioWare. I was going to put the 3D Donkey Kong game, but, like, that's just such a, like, I don't know, like, that's just, it almost seems like, even though it's likely now that it's been leaked, it just seems like so, like, out there at this point. I don't know if it's going to actually happen. But, WarioWare, like, there's been a WarioWare game on just about every Nintendo platform since WarioWare started, you know. There's been on the Game Boy Advance, DS, the DSi, you know, the 3DS, the Wii, the Wii U. It's time for the Switch to get one. And last but not least, Bandai Namco. Tales of Arise. I think we're going to see some Tales of Arise at Bandai Namco's event. And then, you see, I put this before Summer Games Fest, which we're actually going to talk about for a little bit. I put this before Summer Games Fest. So I didn't know it would be revealed at Summer Games Fest. But, Elden Ring. Maybe they can still show it at Bandai Namco's press conference. But will they? I maybe we'll get like a more in-depth gameplay look. Oh, and then I really didn't know what to put for the third one, so I just put Tekken 8. I don't know. It could happen, but I don't know. So that's my E3 2021 predictions. Do you agree with me? Let me know.